Hi, welcome to Friday's Trend Special. And we got another special for you. A lot of different avenues this one covers. And another on-trendpreneur, the honest of trendpreneurs of on-trends. Because you might remember, not too long ago, in your Trends Journal. Yep, who's that over here? Crusader Trump, oh yeah. Inside, we did this featured story. And you know one of our top trends, reefer, money, madness, baboom. And look at this cat under those trees, man. Here he is, Bradford Beckerman. And Bradford is opening up a business here in Colonial Kingston, New York, but not just any kind of business, an on-trend business. You know how I keep saying that getting in on the marijuana business now is like getting in on the booze business after Prohibition. And here's a man that knows all about it, more than just about anybody around, and that's not BS, because there's a whole story behind why Bradford Beckerman is the entrepreneur, marijuana CBD man in the USA and far beyond. And Bradford's going to tell you the story of how he got onto learning about the medical benefits of marijuana. If the land could feed us, could it heal us? Unless you think artificial things are better, like them artificial flavors and artificial colorings. Allotropic drugs have their place, but they don't cure chronic degenerative disease. And Bradford had that plus. So tell us a story about that little scar that you have. There it is over here around the side of his head.
Yep. So June 2nd, 2002, I was managing a nightclub. We ran out of limes. I went to the store to get a case of limes. I came back. I made eye contact with the valet guy, and that's the last thing I remember. 92-year-old woman ran me over with her car. I went through a windshield. I shot through the air about 30 feet. I was shooting blood out of both of my ears. I had a grand mal tonic-clonic seizure. I was pronounced dead. So on that scene, I was resuscitated. I was brought to Delray Medical Center. I had emergency brain surgery, including 6 titanium plates being put in my head and a lot of my cranium vacuum cleanered out. After the brain surgery, my brain was swelling. I was put in a medically induced coma for 13 days. And I stayed in that hospital for another 2 weeks, then moving to the rehabilitation hospital for approximately 6 months. After that, I had, I already had the brain and lung surgery in the first hospital, and then I started to go into the knee surgery, hip surgery, and foot surgery over the next 3 years, battling with epilepsy. And I was on 17 medications. I weaned off them all. Over 3.5 years, and I moved into Ayurvedic medicines, Chinese medicine, of course, hemp and marijuana, and that's basically how I got my start into this.
So that's the story, and it's a real one. And it's not only this, and all about what Bradford is doing in the whole medical marijuana field, but how he's doing it, where he's doing it, and who he's doing it with. So let's go take a trip. Come on. Today we're here to talk to Bradford and his new company, which is?
New Way Manufacturing.
New Way at a new place with a new trend and an on-trendpreneur. And now we're going to show you what Bradford is doing to get people high in a nice way and healthy. Let's go. And here we go, office number 1 with Bradford. Tell us all about this. Bradford, in this echo chamber, you better talk a little low. This is a brand new operation. We're getting you in on the ground floor. Where we are now with hemp and marijuana, go back to the end of Prohibition. That's where we're at. This whole thing is just developing. The companies, the people, and the insights that they have are going to capture a market share that's going to have the big drug companies shaking and a lot of the food manufacturers. So Bradford, where are we now?
So we're in the pack and ship area of the company. So when products come out of our New Way manufacturing facility, They come into here, and our team members pack them into boxes, and we ship them out. So this is inventory.
Team members. Who are they?
So we have a developmentally disabled team. So we have disabled team members and non-disabled people working together symbiotically. We have people with autism, Down syndrome, any kind of developmental disorder. So that's what ARC works with. They are landlords. They've custom built out this space and all the spaces in here for me and a few other food and beverage manufacturers who've agreed to work with their members.
So, going back to Bradford and his products, I want to make this clear. Bradford is a hemp specialist and a medical marijuana patient. So, I want to separate the two over there to make it clear. Don't want the feds coming around, So, all legal products, and again, on top of the trend, the on-trendpreneur products. Tell us about them, Bradford.
So these products are all whole plant extract of the hemp plant.
So that's that big hemp plant that we were showing before, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That plant is actually in the Anu.
Wow.
So Anu is a soft gel capsule with sesame oil and bovine gelatin and pure hemp extract. It includes 30 milligrams of CBD. It has less than 0.3% THC, making this a hemp product, not a marijuana product because of its very small amount of THC. But it has the full cannabinoid profile. So it's just an awesome, awesome product.
I can testify. I've been doing some Anu, and I feel Anu a bit,
I hear you.
So if I keep more feeling Anu, I'll be Anu.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I like Anu, and so will you.
And so
maybe.
Yep. And so Anu is our edible way to get the hemp extract, fully edible, and really gets into CBD 1 and 2 receptors. This is our tincture line, Pure Kind Botanicals. We have a 250 milligram, 1500, and a 3000. So just different strengths of amount of hemp extract, and it's mixed with medium chain triglyceride or organic coconut to make it really bioavailable. All you have to do is, mix it up, keep it refrigerated after you open it, and drop it under the tongue.
Now, what does this do for you?
Well,
I mean, just in the...
We can't make structure function claims,
right?
Technically, but in my own personal experience...
In your own personal experience.
I have an anxiety reduction with it. I can singularly focus, and I have a general wellness feeling of just, I feel good.
All right.
It helps with inflammation. It's really a general wellness kind of product, and for different people, there's specific needs that it can benefit. But generally, encourage people to do their own research on that. Of course, the dog. Dogs and cats have an endocannabinoid system, just like humans. So this here is a female-owned dog biscuit company out of Colorado, and what they do is they have literally human ingredients only. So you could eat it. It doesn't taste good. It's a dog treat. But they dose it 5 milligrams of CBD, which is basically, for each milligram of CBD, it's good for a 10-pound dog. So 5 milligrams is a 50-pound dog. So this is enough dog treats to really just calm down and relax the dog and also help with arthritis. We've been selling to a lot of people who have arthritic older dogs, and they help. They say the dog gets around a little bit better.
All right.
We also have the creams.
The creams. So I've had the creams.
The creams are very, very good, and according to the American Medical Association, transdermal is the best way to get cannabinoids in your system. Your organs, your skin is your biggest organ, so to put it on and absorb it that way is deemed a really safe way to do it.
I found them to be very effective. Yeah.
Me too. I'll tell you one more thing with the creams.
Yeah.
My masseuse loves that I bring this because her hands don't hurt after a massage. So It's like a dual effect here. I get the effect in my whole body, and my masseuse, has no pain in her hands when she's done doing the massage. So
I was getting this pain right in here, and it was really sharp right in my elbow in here. And I kept putting it on, and a couple of days...
Hey now. I knew.
All right. So those are some of the products here. And there's more to the story. This is really a happy ending. Hey, so here we are at the Cornell Creative Business Center with Lori McCabe, who is the Director of Marketing. And I told you a little bit about this before, but Lori's going to tell us what it's all about.
Thank you. So the Cornell Creative Business Center originally was about 5 years ago. This center was a workshop where we had people with disabilities working. So we had 300 people with disabilities working in this work center. New York State withdrew funding and forced us to close this spot, which 300 people with disabilities became unemployed and are forced to go to day-hab or sit home.
That sounds just perfect for what a state would do. Politicians are brilliant.
Yeah. So Gary Bellows and my executive director, John McHugh, came up with this idea we want to bring businesses into Kingston. Economically, Kingston is growing, and we want to bring businesses in and really start up businesses, but also for those businesses to hire people with disabilities. So the plan what we're actually doing is we bring startup businesses that are outgrowing their home, but not quite there to be able to afford the high rent of their business. We bring them in, we give them extreme reduced rental rate, and in exchange, in their contract, they employ a person with a disability as their employee. They have to hire at least one person. Bradford is going to hire several, which we're excited about. And it really is one hand helping another hand. We're helping startup businesses come in, produce their product, grow, and also at the same time hire people with disabilities who can work, are eager to work, and just want to earn a paycheck. And it's in this environment which is safe. We pick businesses such as Bradford. A lot of businesses, of course, they want reduced rental rate, but you have to have the same kind of culture as we do, and you have to have the same mission as we do, and embrace people with disabilities and be eager to work with them, because Brad and I just did a video. He expressed how he was amazed that he had a person with disability who was just producing and just competitive and was phenomenal. And so many people that have disabilities have that capability. They just don't get hired. So we're breaking down that barrier.
That's great. As I said, this is as if Prohibition just ended back in the 30s, and all of a sudden all those companies came out and started making their brand of booze. Well, that's what you're seeing now. Medical marijuana is part of the bigger future of natural healing, whole health healing. This is going to put a lot of pressure on the drug companies. Just like there's an organic movement that people don't want to eat artificially flavored and artificial coloring foods, and they want the real thing rather than highly processed. The same thing is going on, that you're going to have a big market for the people that want to go natural and are tired of hearing those stupid ads that they only play in the United States because the other countries weren't bought off completely by the drug companies. When they give you, if you take this drug, you'll be able to, fly over buildings in a single bound, and then here are the things that will kill you are longer than the whole thing of how it's going to only temporarily help you. Whole health healing is the real deal. There are no side effects. It may cause cancer, it may cause kidney ice, you may lose your eyesight. No, it doesn't have that. It only helps. And what Bradford is doing, and where you are at the Colonial Business Center, it's not only helping people who need these products, but helping
jobs.
For who?
For disabled people.
And you can relate to being a disabled person.
Yes, I can. 3.5 years of being, disabled, Social Security disability. Very proud to not be on that anymore, but I paid enough quarters of taxes by the time I was 22, and this is a pretty good country. If you get injured and you've paid in your quarters of taxes, I had workman's comp helping me out and Social Security disability. So I'm proud to move past that, and now it's a complete honor to be working with differently disabled people in an awesome space that got built out for me and a few other food and beverage entrepreneurs who are really looking to take disabled people and integrate them with non-disabled people and have a symbiotic workforce. So that's exactly what we're doing in Midtown Kingston.
Yep. So that's it. Oh, by the way, this place that he was in, that's an old sewing factory. That's right. They used to make a lot of products here back in the day. Matter of fact, Abercrombie started out of here. And now from Abercrombie to Bradford to you. This is an on-trendpreneur opportunity that will not only help you financially, should you agree that this is a major trend, but it could help you health-wise as well. So this is Gerald Celente and Bradford Beckerman, and that's tonight's Friday Night Special.
Your armchair is so pretty.